called it an imperial India Pale Ale.
Yeah, I mean, imperial started with stouts in Russia, imperial Russian stouts. That's how it's kind of got its name. It was brewed for one of the czars of Russia.
Excellent. Well, let's crack this open and give it a shot. Dogfish Head 90-minute, and this is like you said. I wonder, how do you think he developed the 90-minute continuous hopping process? We were discussing dry hopping and different varieties of hopping.
Yeah, he also has an invention called the Randall, which is a dry hopping tube. That he just pours the beer down and into a glass, and takes any beer and dry hops it on its way into the glass. And there's wet hopping, dry hopping, all different kinds of ways to introduce it into the boiling process.
You'd even mentioned putting hops almost in a tea bag, and
yeah, a lot of home brewers will use that method to dry hop their beer. So after they're all done, and just before they keg it, they just toss some dry hops, or fresh hops into the beer in a little tea bag, and just let it sit in there while they're pouring the beer.
So let's give this one a shot. This is the double IPA. Smells a lot bitter, and it's a darker color too. It's got a more amber color to it.
The thing that I personally noticed the most about this beer is it's much sweeter. It's the sweetest IPA that I know of. And this is more of a variety of an East Coast IPA. They typically make a sweeter, more maltier IPA. We typically make a more bitter, more hoppier IPA.
You'd also mentioned that in terms of beer trends, the coasts tend to develop different beers first, and it kind of works its way towards the central United States.
Yeah, I mean, that seems the same with a lot of new innovations, but definitely Oregon has the most breweries, most craft breweries per capita. California is right behind them, especially Southern California. And then you've got Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York City, and places like that are all kind of pushing the envelope along with what's really got started here on the West Coast was with these really hoppy, double IPAs. Now people are going to triples and way over 100 IBUs on some of these beers.
Now, it wouldn't be proper of us if we didn't talk about your anniversary today, and congratulations on, this is your third year, correct?
Second year.
Second year?
Start of the third.
Well, that's awesome.
So yeah, today's our second anniversary. And today at 5 o'clock, we're going to have complimentary appetizers. Anybody that wants to stop on by. We'll have 5 anniversary ales on tap, including our own, which is called Imperial Temecula Ale. It's kind of a hoppy stout, and it's brewed right here in Temecula by Black Market Brewing Company. We'll also have Port, these guys right here. We'll have their 3rd anniversary ale on tap, and we'll have Stone's 13th and Avery's 16th.
Okay.
So we do a anniversary party with all anniversary ales.
That's awesome. Should be a lot of fun. And it's free appetizers between 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
No cover charge, no anything. Just
Nope.
Come as you are and try some new beers, have some good laughs.
And feel free to ask the staff, because that's what we're all about. We want to educate you. We want you to experience new beers and fall in love with some beers that you would have never even dreamed of.
All right, so let's move on to this the last and triple IPA here, this Port Brew. The last one was good. The first one was good. I can only imagine this one will be better.
Well, this one here, probably along with Pliny the Younger, Vinny's Triple, exponentially hoppy, which is made by Alpine, and another one called Hopnotic from San Diego Brewing Company. Those are probably my 4 favorite IPAs, or maybe even 4 favorite beers, period. This is just, to me, it's a wonderfully balanced beer. I mean, it's 10% alcohol, but you just, you can tell after you've had a couple, but as far as just drinking it down,
this seems much more like a beer
that
you would enjoy. This is something that would take you a while to finish a bottle like that. I would hope it would take you an hour or two.
All these beers are meant to be drank slowly, an hour, hour and a half, even 2 hours. I mean, they taste better as they warm up. And there's certainly, you couldn't not drink this quickly or slam this if you tried. It's just not possible.
Oh, wow. And it has a very distinct flavor. It has a sharpness to it, not so much a bitterness, but it's a much more sharp beer.
Well, it has a kind of a piney citrus nose and beginning, and then it finishes with a sweetness.
Yes, it does. It's actually not as sharp or as bitter as I thought it would be. So that's excellent.
That's the secret. You know, it's blending the hops with the malt and trying to find that perfect blend. You know, which you know, Vinny did purely by accident.
Excellent. Well, why don't you go ahead and give all the viewers your information for if they want to come to Barley and Hops, if they want to come this evening for your anniversary, if they want to come to the Hop Fest.
Well, we're located at 31045 Temecula Parkway. Our phone number is 951-303-0333. And we have all of our beers, all of our information, our full menu, all kinds of information, all kinds of educational items on our website, which is barleyandhopheads.com.
Excellent. Well, Scott, thank you for coming in once again.
Thank you, Jack.
It was a pleasure to have you. And we'll be back with more news after this.